Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libras, for October 2017. So it's for you, my lovely Libras, for October 2017. I cannot stress enough how powerful this month is going to be, and of course it's because of the end of this month. It's all because of the 31st of October. 31st of October is a very, very significant day, because the actual veil in between this world and the spirit world is going to be at its thinnest. And what does that mean? That the actual veil is going to be at its thinnest in between this world and the spirit world. It means that we are going to be receiving all sorts of informations, that we are going to be receiving all sorts of messages, and these informations and these messages that we are going to be receiving, of course, they are going to be very much so connected to our personal situation, very much connected to our personal journey, to personal spiritual journey. And above all, the spiritual messages are going to be so important because they are going to be coming from either our past relatives that passed away, or they're either going to be coming through our spirit guides, or either they're going to be coming through our guardian angels and things like that, or either they're going to be coming in form of an omen, like, for example. So you know, I talk about omens and I talk about signs all the time. There are omens and signs around us all the time, but sometimes we are meant to see them, sometimes we are meant to understand them, and sometimes we are just simply not meant to understand them. But when it comes to such a spiritual and powerful month of the whole of October, yes, the whole of October is going to be rather significant and powerful, and the actual veil is going to start thinning from the 1st of October onwards. So as we are getting closer to the end of October, the veil is going to be thinner and thinner, and we're actually going to be able to sense this spirituality in the air. It is also going to seem like very gloomy, but it's in a very interesting way gloomy, and it's going to seem like a slightly different dimension. And this is because we are going to be so close to a different dimension, literally. I just think it's absolutely wonderful time. This is one of my favorite time of the actual year. And when it comes to the number, what I find very, very significant is the fact that your number is number 10. Now, we are going to be in October. This reading is basically for October, and your number, when it comes to numerology, is number 10. Fantastic. Number 10, it's actually repeating itself. The fact that number 10 is actually repeating yourself, and especially in your case when it comes to October, it means that you are very much so about to have a massive, huge turning point in your life. A massive wheel of fortune, a massive turning point that you are going to have. But that turning point is going to happen like a bang, literally. It's going to come out of the blue, and it's also going to happen through a very an unusual situation. And that unusual situation that is going to arise, it's actually going to automatically make you to cut out the certain thing out of your life, to actually move on from the certain situation and certain moment in your life. As soon as you move away from the certain situation and a certain moment in your life, this is what is going to happen to you. Your own destiny and fortune, it's actually going to start happening to you. But also there is a huge problem that when you actually try to cut out this certain problem, what I mentioned earlier, this certain problem, without you even realizing, it's actually going to be completely disappear. And it's not about you cutting that problem out, it's about the actual problem coming to an end. So this is the bottom line here. It is not only the huge turning point this month for you, but it's also through an unexpected event, you are going to actually come to an end of a certain problem that was driving you absolutely crazy for a while. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, that it's just when it comes to the health, I know that you're going to need to make sure basically you're going to need to you're going to need to make sure there's a slight problem that you're going to have with your back. Now of course you're going to need to make sure like you sit in the correct way. You're going to need to make sure like maybe go to the gym and do certain exercises that are actually going to help you with your back. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, but what I really sense here is the fact that it's just something you will realize with this, that you see every single part of the body is connected to some kind of illness. For example, you see, if your throat is hurting, you see, for example, if you have problems with your throat and you always had the problems with your throat, that simply means that when you were a child, in your childhood, you weren't able to express yourself. You weren't able to talk as much as you wanted to talk. Therefore, somebody was maybe preventing you to talk, or somebody had a negative impact or negative influence on you and you weren't able to talk for whichever reason. Maybe people weren't able to kind of like to connect to you, or maybe people just couldn't understand you. Maybe people weren't understanding enough around you and things like that. So this is, for example, if you end up always having throat problems, it always go back to your childhood, and it always go back to the fact that you weren't able to express yourself, you see, and that's where you just end up with like a huge amount of negativity around your throat throughout your life. So when it comes to your back, what you're gonna realize, this is okay, as I said, you know, just make sure you sit in the correct way and do all the exercises that are necessary for the healthy back and things like that. Make sure you get the right pillow, you know, because the way you sleep can also affect your back, for example. But also, above all, this has got a very powerful hidden meaning, a very powerful hidden message. You will realize that you are actually carrying on way too much on your back. And this is why I said that every single part of our actually body is connected to some kind of illness, or it's connected to the certain situation that happen in our lives, and especially when it comes to our childhood. When it comes to the back, it's a lot to do with the fact that you're carrying a lot, you're doing a lot by yourself, and you must kind of find a certain balance. It is nothing unusual, it's nothing embarrassing to ask someone for help or something like that. Maybe you are just trying really a lot by yourself, you know, and things like that. So there is also, this is a very important time for you, and this is a very important message for you. And it's not only about your when it comes to your physical side of your back, you know, like it's not only just about you doing the certain exercises, but it's actually about you realizing, why do you feel like you have so much on your back? Why is there so much on your back? So this is what's normally connected to your back, and this is the problem, this is the situation that is connected to your back, and especially your lower back, you know. And I know that there is going to be lots of negative energy when it also comes to your back in general, but it's a lower back quite a lot. And lower back, it's very much so connected to your family, and it's connected to your problems. So there's certain issues and certain family problems that are connected to you, connected to your immediate family and to your family members, that you're carrying a lot. So try to delegate, try to talk, and try to see where the problem is, and try to see what the solution to this problem is. So when it comes to you guys, and when it comes to your health, when it comes to your back, this is way more significant. This is way more deeper than just having a painful back. This is very much so connected to the certain problems that you're carrying, and these certain problems are directly connected to your family and to your family members. Okay, the 4th of October. The 4th of October is the very, very good day for you. Listen, I'm just so happy for you. I'm so delighted for you, because also there are a couple of things that are actually going to happen on the 4th of October. The thing number one that is going to happen is the fact that you're actually going to have a very good news about your own personal success. Very good news when it comes to your personal success, when it comes to your career, and when it comes to your finances. It doesn't matter if you're working, if you're not working, if you're retired, you're still going to have a really good success on this particular day. You're going to receive a really good news. And also there is a fantastic negotiation. Another thing that I was going to say on the 4th of October is fantastic negotiation that you're going to have. This is amazing. This is brilliant. So there is going to be a negotiation you're going to have on the 4th of October, and it is going to work in your favor. You're just going to end up with more than you actually think. And also, what else I was going to say, if you are planning some kind of negotiation, okay, please do pick the 4th of October. If you're able to meet with these people, if you're able to chat with these people, if you're able to meet these people like on a certain day, or make a decision on a certain day, or sign something on a certain day, please do try to sign on the 4th of October, because these days are very magical for you, and you are going to end up having more. It's going to end up much better for you if you actually do it on the 4th of October, better than any other month. I'm not saying it's going to be bad if you start negotiation, if you sign something, some kind of contract or something on any other day. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that the 4th of October, it's going to be very significant, very lucky day for you, shall I say, because you're going to end up with more, and I think you deserve. You've been through enough, you've been through so a lot, and especially when it comes to the certain situation with your family and with your family members, you've been worrying a lot, and that's why I'm so glad that your time is coming. Your time is about to come, and it's going to be really, really good, because the second important day excuse me the second important day is going to be on the 21st of October. The 21st of October is going to be almost like a liberating day for you. The day when you're going to feel so much energy, the day when the things are just finally going to start making sense to you, and it is just those things that were bringing you down, those things that were making you a little bit paranoid, those things that were draining your energy, they were around you, they were everywhere around you without you even noticing, but because you weren't in the right frame of mind, because it wasn't the right time, it wasn't the right moment for you to notice these things. And this is the magic of the whole month of October 2017, because you will be able to concentrate on things that you didn't notice before. And what am I referring to? I'm referring to the fact that everywhere around you, notice I said that, but for example, sometimes we can just end up with lots of things around us that are actually creating a really bad and negative energy. For example, let's say you have a really old sofa, and you were thinking about, oh, I'm going to change that sofa, I want to change that sofa, and you just can't be bothered because there's just so much work. You've got so much to do with your family, with your kids, you're busy with your work, with your career and everything, and you just keep on leaving it behind. Subconsciously, you're already creating the negativity in between you and that sofa, for example. So it's already like a kind of creating negative energy, because it was partially directed by you, and partially it's just there and it's not meant to be there anymore, and just becomes very heavy. It is not a light energy, and then we just ignore that sofa, for example, and you wanted to take out so many times. This is what I'm referring to. The 21st of October is just going to be the day when you're going to start realizing things around you. It is going to be like a beautiful awakening for you, and yes, you will want to make changes, like lots of changes. You will literally, this is going to be your awakening, and you're going to get all that energy in order to start moving and changing things around, and it is going to have a direct impact on your family members, on a direct impact on things around you, on your surrounding, on your house, flat, wherever you're spending your time. Maybe in the garage you will want to change things if you've got a garage. Maybe in the garden you will want to change things in the garden. It all depends how you're going to feel, and it all depends what you wanted to do for a really long time. The bottom line is you will want to clear away the old in order to make space and the new energy for the new to come in, because automatically when you get rid of lots of old things like that from the house, flat, you will just get rid of that negative and stagnant energy that can have a negative impact on us. It's a lot to do with energy levels and feng shui here, which is really, really important when it comes to our own everyday life. Okay, so that's why this is going to be like a trampoline almost for you, the 21st of October 2017, and it is going to feel good, and it is going to feel like a step in the right direction indeed. And what else I was going to say, the 28th of October, this is the third important day. The 28th of October is going to be really important day for you, and I want you to remember this, because for those of you that are in relationship, where for those of you that are having someone, there is a certain problem that is going to arise that you will want to sort out with your partner, husband, wife, whoever they are, whoever you're in relationship with. There is a certain problem going to arise, and that problem that is going to arise, it's not a new problem. It's not something from yesterday, the day before yesterday, or something like that. It's just something that has been part of your relationship for a while, and you would just keep on leaving it behind. You didn't want to communicate about this to your partner because you didn't want to upset your partner. But I think the communication is really, really important, and you are going to have a very important communication with your partner that is just going to make your relationship even more powerful, even more stronger. This is going to be more important than you think. So if there is something that you wanted to discuss with your partner, the 28th of October is going to be the day when you're going to do this, and this is going to be really, really important because there's certain things that really, really, really need to be discussed. Another thing that I wanted to say for the 28th of October, the 28th of October is also going to be important for a completely different reason. There is some kind of inheritance that I'm seeing here. So you're either going to get your inheritance, or get some kind of inheritance or part of inheritance that belong to you on that particular day, or if you don't get it on that particular day, you're gonna hear about it, and you're gonna hear certain things about it, certain informations about it, and that is going to be good because of course financially this is going to put a smile on your face, because financially this is going to be really good news for you. So this is why the 28th of October it's also going to be significant. You see, couple of different things we have going on here, but considering it's the month of October, so spiritual, so powerful, and considering that your number is actually number 10 when it comes to numerology, this is going to be absolutely brilliant for you. Absolutely brilliant. What else I was going to say? The very first part of October, someone is also going to disappoint you a little bit. Somebody who you know is going to disappoint you a little bit. You see, this could be a friend, or this could be somebody who is you are working with, or somebody who you are spending your time with. You see, there's just somebody that is just going to do something, and you're not going to be able to understand why they did this. You're just going to kind of lose the feeling about that person, because it is just going to be completely surprise you. Why did they react in a way that they reacted? How come that they reacted like that? That you would have gone down completely different road, but you will just not like their reaction, and their reaction is not going to be immediately directed at you or anything like that towards you. Their reaction is going to be kind of connected to their own situation with somebody else, with the other person in court, and some kind of hearing or some kind of decision. It's also going to be involved with this, but you're still not going to be able to understand, and you're going to find it quite challenging after this point, after this moment. How come that this person reacted in this particular way? And it is just going to kind of make you think, and it's going to kind of make you think. You're not going to kind of drift away from that person, but it's just going to make you think about slightly different character that this person actually showed to you. What else I was going to say, when it comes to your work, there is a challenge that you're actually going to face, in the first part of October. I don't think that you may be aware about it, or you may not even be aware about the fact that you're actually going to be facing challenge, you and other people around you. And this is very significant for those of you that are working together, for those of you that are working as a part of a team. There's a challenge that people will be facing, but people are not going to be aware of it. And this is really, really brilliant for you. For other people, you don't need to care. I'm talking about you, and what is actually going to happen to you. It is going to be absolutely brilliant, because you are going to come out really powerful and really strong, and there is the certain recognition that you're also going to have when it comes to this certain challenge. Listen to this. If you're not working, for example, and you're looking for a job, you just keep on applying and keep on doing things, because the first part of October for you, this strictly means that there is something very, very good going to come to you. Something very special is going to manifest to you. And also, if you are working and you're still looking for a new job and things like that, the first part of October, it's also going to be brilliant, because again, there is something very special going to come through, something that you waited for a really, really long time, and this job is going to be different when it comes to prospects, when it comes to what you've done so far, when when it comes to what you think that you deserve, and especially above all when it comes to the money, salary and things like that. There is just so much going to come through this, because there's the whole new hope going to be born with this job, with this new direction. And what is going to happen, you're just going to end up having all these responsibilities that you're absolutely going to enjoy, and you're going to rediscover yourself. So this is just so important, because you are about to rediscover yourself. And if you are, for example, if you are retired and if you're not working, you don't need to work or anything like that, there is still certain recognition going to happen to you. And after that moment, after that point, at the beginning of October, you will be faced with a whole new direction, and that new direction is going to lead towards, like as I said, towards a beautiful recognition, which is just going to give you so much motivation and hope and a new prospects. This is going to bring new prospects and new direction in your life. And I think that this is going to be brilliant, because by the time we get to the mid-October 2017, this is when you're going to start feeling it. This is when you're going to start feeling that your life is actually starting to change, and you're going to be able to feel this, you're going to be able to sense this, and it's the certain direction that you were kind of struggling so far, but that you wanted your life to go towards. You see, now it's just going to start making sense. Let me just tell you a thing. You are coming in October, in the mid-October. The mid-October is going to be very significant for you, because your certain journey is coming to an end. You are about to complete a full circle. You're about to complete a full circle. So that's why the actual certain life that you know so far is just going to come to an end. And after this moment onwards, this is what I said to you, why the 21st of October is so significant. And all these things together, when I said the 21st of October, that you will want to get rid of all to let the new energy in. Fantastic, beautiful. And this is what we normally do on a new moon. You see, new moon is as significant as a full moon, because new moon, you just kind of want to get rid of old things in order to let the new things in, and you start new things. So as the moon grows, these new things and new projects that you started are going to become more and more and more powerful. And this is really what reminds me of this particular situation, you see. And now that is going to result in you kind of realizing what else you need to change in life, what else you need to do in life. It's not only about, oh yeah, new direction, great, blah blah blah. No. Mid-October, towards the end of the mid of October, you will realize that there are still certain things that are missing. You will be kind of thinking, what is driving you crazy so much in your life? What is missing in your life? What do you need to bring into your life in order to kind of progress in the direction that you want to get? So there is a lot going to be happening, because you will be thinking about your future quite a lot. You will be thinking like you need to sort out your future, you need to concentrate on your future, and you will be thinking about the things that you really enjoy in life. You will want to concentrate and do things, you know, that makes you happy, instead of just working instead of just doing job that you really hate, instead of just doing job that's just draining your energy. You guys are also absolutely brilliant. Whatever you do, you Libras are just so good. But you just reminds me of Scorpio quite a lot. Your energy and your power, you're very powerful. You have got a very powerful energy without even saying anything. You just sit down and you can project this amazing energy. So think how powerful this energy is. If you end up doing something really bad, something really negative when it comes to your work, when it comes to the bad choice or poor choice, if you have so many more opportunities, just keep on applying, because if you end up doing something that you don't like, you will be okay, your work is going to be okay, but your energy is just going to be completely wasted. That powerful, beautiful energy inside you that's sleeping is just going to be sleeping basically, and it's not going to be used, it's going to be wasted. And if you end up doing something really good, if you end up doing something what you really like, if you you discover yourself in a new job, in a new skill and things like that, then you're just going to start using an unused energy that you have in your body, that you have around you, that you have within yourself, that the energy that was stagnant, that was sleeping for a really, really long time, that was unused. And once you use 100% of your energy, you are going to be on top of the world. You are going to be absolutely fantastic, bombastic. And this is why this is all going to start make you wonder, and this is why you're going to be thinking, your mind is going to be buzzing 100 miles per hour, literally. And see, you're going to be thinking a lot about and re-evaluating, like if you are happy with the current situation, what would you do next? And you're going to be thinking about your skills quite a lot. You will want to try new things, like seriously, you will want to try new things. And by the time we get to the third part of October, this is all what you're going to be about. You will be ready in order to move on from square number 1 to square number 2, but especially when it comes to you trying to realize what exactly you want to do in your life. And it's not about you changing things completely, but it's just about adding little things into your life that are missing. There is a lot that is missing in your life. There is a lot. A balance was missing. The third part of October, it's also going to be about balance. You realizing the actual balance is missing. And when I say balance, please make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you have rewards for yourself. Make sure always when you work really, really hard, make sure that there is a certain balance. Go away. It doesn't have to be abroad. I mean, if you can go on a holiday somewhere abroad, nice, yeah, that's fantastic. But you can go just away for a few days, like to the nearest by village type of thing, for a little spiritual, natural nature experience and things like that. My bottom line here is, my point here is that you just have to make sure that you reward yourself, because otherwise this life is just so boring. We become like machines. So every time when you work really hard, when you're going through something difficult, always make sure that you actually reward yourself. The third part of October is also going to be fantastic, because you're going to feel like already like this is going to be probably the best part of this month. The last part of October, it's going to be amazing. You're going to feel strong. You're going to feel powerful. Anything that you wanted to do, any strange interviews or any interviews that you were like strange. When I say strange interviews, I'm referring, what a weird word, strange interviews. I'm referring to those interviews that you felt really uncomfortable doing, those interviews that maybe made you like really nervous, those interviews that made you feel really like not that great, all those things that you were scared before to do. The third part of October is just going to magically be you will be drawn towards those things to do them on purpose, and you will want to prove certain things to yourself. And this is how powerful this time is going to be, like your own personal victory, your own personal mental clarity is going to be at its peak. But above all, you are going to have the whole control over situation. You're going to start feeling the whole control over your life and over your situation. And trust me, you will want to make lots of changes in your life. You see, you will, especially towards the end of October 2017, this is the time when you will want to really start making changes in your life. And these changes are going to start being much bigger, because you will realize that it's really time to not only start rewarding yourself for what you've done so far. This is how it works, but you're just going to start making sure that your balance is correct, and you're going to start making sure that you're trying things in life and you're living your life to the fullest. There is a certain family member at the end of October also that is just going to have a very, very good news. This your family member is an immediate family member. It could be your child or it could be your partner. It depends who this is. Somebody who had certain problems and somebody who was going through quite unusual situation in life, and it made you kind of worry about this person. As I said, this is your immediate family member, so that person is going to have a really, really good news as well. What else I was going to say, that the end of October is just also going to make you feel very nostalgic about your past, very nostalgic about the friends from your past. And I have seen this before in the last few months as well when it comes to you. I'm sure I've seen this nostalgic feeling, but it's not only about that, it's about the fact that there is going to be a reconnection with a certain person from the past, somebody who was your friend, somebody who you know literally all your life, and somebody who you lost your touch contact with. This person is going to come through, okay? And when it comes to the actual, when it comes to you making a certain decision, when it comes to like those of you that are single, you see the end of October is just still going to be completely, you're going to feel so indecisive. There is something going to happen for those of you that are single, and you will actually have somebody on your mind. But the problem is that a couple of people going to be on your mind, and I would be really, really careful here. When I see a couple of people like this, and when I see people indecisive, this means that there is somebody from your past going to try to come back. This person from your past is not good. This is an ex-lover, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, and I do not like this person whatsoever. I'm not saying anything negative about them, like maybe they're really nice people and things like that. That's fine. But when it comes to you, and when it comes to your spiritual journey with this person, when it comes to your relationship with this person, I actually don't like this person, because I think that you've learned your lesson. This person made you feel really depressed, and this person made you feel really down more than anything else, because there is somebody else also going to be kind of on your mind, a completely new, brand new person, somebody who you're really going to look at and really going to fancy like there is no tomorrow. You see, this person is actually going to try to mess things up, so I would just be really, really careful, because I can see you being indecisive. And one person, this is for those of you that are single, of course, so one person that you're going to be indecisive about, it's actually going to be somebody from your past. Is going to try to come back and mess things again for you, of course. And this other person is going to be somebody new, somebody who you just started liking, and somebody who you just looked at quite a few times, and this person looked at you back. So I just need you to be really, really careful, because the end of October is just going to end with you being completely like indecisive when it comes to your love. But also on another hand, I can see you actually socializing quite a lot, and this is for those of you that are single. For those of you that are in a relationship, I already said that there is going to be on the 28th of October, there is going to be like a certain problem that you're going to need to deal with, that you're going to need to sort out, you see, with your partner. But when it comes to those of you that are single, I can really see it very strongly that you will be going out and you will be spending time with friends a lot, and you will be really, really enjoying yourself. And this is when this situation is going to arise, when you're going to be a little bit indecisive. My advice would be, this is my advice, but you do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel like is the right thing. But my advice would be to not to go back to your previous partner, because this particular previous partner that I'm seeing here is not going to be good, and this particular person hasn't even got a good intentions. That something is not right here. Then on another hand, the other person that you're going to be indecisive about is just somebody that is just going not to be, this person is not going to be in your life for too long. It's just somebody that is going to make a balance, that is going to make a little bit imbalance, but both of these people are going to kind of disappear, and there is somebody brand new going to come into your life. What else I was going to say to you, what else is really important to get like a something like an Amazonite. You see, Amazonite you can get on my website, this pendant, this beautiful little pendant, you see. Amazonite is ridiculously important, especially throughout October. This is a really highly spiritual time. We're going to be getting lots of messages, okay, from all around the place, okay. And what Amazonite does, it actually helps us to help to get the messages, and to get the messages from our spirit guides, from guardian angels. And it's not only that, but it's able to actually to help us to understand the messages and make the best possible decisions based on these messages. And on the other hand, Amazonite is also very, very important when it comes to your personal situation, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your finances, or when it comes to your career in general, because Amazonite has got this ability to attract the money and wealth, you know. It's very, very, very important and very good for the flow. I I highly suggest Amazonite, and you can get this on my website in the link below. And also, what else I was going to recommend, like for the situations like this, especially when it comes to love, and especially when it comes to those of you that are in relationships, for example, rose quartz. Please get a rose quartz. So important, so powerful. These little crystals are not only like really one of the most powerful crystals, rose quartz, but they're very, very gentle, and also they help you to communicate with your partner. So if there are any problems or any communication breakdown or something like that, rose quartz is fantastic to actually help you to communicate on a much better level. And on another hand, if you're single and if you're unsure who to go for, if you're waiting for the right person to come into your life, rose quartz is also very powerful, probably the most powerful crystal too, because it will bring the right person in your life sooner. And if you get stuck with communication and you don't know what to say, you get nervous and things like that, rose quartz is absolutely brilliant. Please do trust me. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. Don't forget to like, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like, and of course don't forget to comment in the comment section. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.